this is Syrine Vincul. She is a fairly recently turned vampire. So she was living across the world and received a letter that her maker had died. So she traveled here. She was under the impression that she would be inheriting an elaborate estate. And instead, when she got there, everything was terribly run down and depressing, and there's literally nothing in the house. All that is in here are some basic amenities. Literally, it is a ruin. It's like she has nothing. She sold all of her worldly possessions to travel across the world at great risk to herself as a vampire because she can't be out in the sun. And so all that she has to her name now is this old rundown mansion, and she literally cannot do this by herself. So her goals are to create a coven of vampires to follow her and to make her mansion extravagant and beautiful again. In order to do this, she will need mortal servants. So she is going to focus on acquiring some mortals, which is a polite way of saying she is going to make thralls of them and force them to do her bidding. At the moment, it's daylight, so she can't really go out and do anything yet. So this is going to be basically a combination of Black Widow and Rags to Riches challenge, because instead of starting with literally nothing like a proper Rags to Riches, I have given her 1,000 simoleons because I figured that she needs a little bit for paying bills, at least on this massive mansion. And so basically I think the first thing that she can do is replace these ghastly chandeliers with something that actually fits in the house a little bit better. Let's see, we'll go ahead and sell all these chandeliers. She needs something that matches the aesthetics without just being completely hideous. These are rustic candle chandeliers. That makes sense. So I'll put one in the main room and then one in the kitchen because this room will actually be used. And there's this sad little bathroom that her mortal servant can use, and I'll put a simple wall light in here. Oh, the wall lantern fits the aesthetic better, so we'll go with that one. So she will need to feed at some point. The first thing she is going to do is to hire a service because she needs a mortal to start working on her enchantment with. And since she can't go out, she's going to need to lure someone to her house. Let's try a one-time maid. Oh, the maid won't be here until tomorrow. Well, that won't help. So we have a whole day to kill when we can't go out or do anything. Some wholesome baths. Why are there so many kids walking through this place? This is not where I would send kids. He's quite dapper, but you know, how's she gonna lure him in? Oh, she is already sizzling. That's not good. You know, I thought you would bat form over. What are you doing? Go back inside. No, this is not going to work. Oh, look, there's a welcome wagon. So he's just a little bit useless to us because we really needed a mortal to come along. But since I want her to build a coven, it is still good to meet other vampires. And I like how she can ask him if he's a mermaid. So she's going to do that because it's absurd. So she's going to thank him for coming. And I do want her to be a charismatic and seductive type of sim. But she is actually also very territorial and very jealous and possessive. She actually has the aspiration villainous valentine, which means she wants to destroy the love lives of all sims, including her own, which is not toxic at all. So she might as well start with Caleb, but you know, now he seems to be leaving. She really needs a mortal to come over. Maybe she'll get some groceries for the mortals that she plans to kidnap. She doesn't want to spend a lot of money here, so she'll get them some grapes. Why not? She's spending $65 on one grape. It's like, that's terrible. And she has a grand plan right now that she is going to abduct whoever is delivering her grapes. So we'll see how well this goes. I wonder how long this takes. Caleb is just still out here on his phone. I don't understand. And she's just waiting. Where are her grapes? And here we go. Here is the delivery person. Oh, she's cute. Accept delivery. I hope that I can talk to her before she instantly leaves. Oh, she's gonna flirt with her. This is good. This is promising. And she'll give her a tip even though, you know, she barely has any money. But she's leaving. No, don't leave. Okay, well, but she knows her, so she can call her. She looks really happy despite the fact this is not going well for her. And something that I just realized is that she does not have a coffin to sleep in, so we better buy her one. And that is going to use up a lot of our household funds. So I can just go in this side room here. No mortals that come in here will ever question that. Everyone has a coffin in their side room. But you know, it is finally evening, which means that she should be able to go out and go on the prowl for someone. So let's travel. I don't know why it is daylight. Again, doesn't make any sense to me. There are absolutely no mortals around anywhere. What are you doing? She came in this back room to stare at this. Doesn't make any sense. You can't afford this. You can't buy that. Oh good, people are starting to flood it. She's going to complain about sunlight because that is a really subtle way to interact with mortals, not let them know what you are. So she is just trying to lure this mortal in, and she's going to try a pickup line just right here at this counter. These poor tired retail workers, and she's starting to get angry because she's a very hot-headed sim. She's hissing at this guy. She doesn't like him for some reason. She can always pick a fight with him. That might make her happy. See if she's into it. Come on. She said no, that is not good. Okay, so she's just gonna reject her. She does not take rejection well. If she won't let herself be seduced, then she must be angered and rejected. It's like being in a grocery store, just picking out the one that you like. This one is cute. I like her perky walk. So even though Syrine is angry, she's going to try to find if this one is more agreeable. She likes country fashion. That immediately is pretty upsetting to Syrine, but she's just going to keep going for it. And summer doesn't look very bright, but there's nothing in here that she can afford to buy. And she's very bored. Can she bully this child? Why is Summer just standing in this? Oh, Summer left. Where did Summer go? Somehow she escaped. Well, this is just not going well for Syrine. It's like she's surrounded by all of these mortals, and she's just, look how she's stomping around. That is not... This is why you're doing a bad job of making any friends. You have to make friends with them before you can manipulate them and enslave their minds and force them to clean your house. I mean, come on. I don't know what to tell you, Syrine. They don't like you. I'm sorry. She's just gonna look at her phone. She's going to praise his facial hair because she's getting desperate. She's going to try offering him a rose because she's not very patient and she just carries around all these roses. Oh, he actually accepted it. And now she's going to ask him if he's single. She's really determined. Oh, he is single. That's promising. She's going to try to exchange numbers with him in front of everyone else. And now she's going to confess attraction to him. Is he rejecting her? Oh my god. She's so uncomfortable and she's not having fun and everyone hates her. I mean, this is getting increasingly chaotic in here and she's not making much headway. And she's gonna try a smooth recovery here. We shouldn't have come to a crowded retail store to try to find a mortal, but she couldn't find him anywhere else. She's just gonna go for it. She's asking him out on a date right now. You know, why not? Oh, that didn't work. Well, Syrine, I don't know what to tell you. This is not promising. She could go crazy and feed on someone. That would probably boost her fun a little bit. Now, she is completely losing it, and she is going to try to kiss his hands again after being rejected. Why is he not into her? That is so mean. Oh, she is so miserable right now. And she's going to bully a child to make herself feel better. Look how sassy. And it's like... he is just not having it. Now she's going to vent to this poor child about her problems. She's trying a flirty introduction with this stranger that just walked up, and she's being rejected again. Let's go ahead and compel her in front of this store. What could go wrong? All these witnesses, as mannequins are staring, but other than that, I don't think anyone notices at all. So she feels a little bit better because she's eaten. She really needs to work on her fun. Well, now the sun's up, so she really needs to go home. And this was a miserable, like completely terrible failure. She's just smiling that pained smile. And she is complaining because she's so bored. Let's see if she can call anyone over. because she only has $446 left to her name. And she wants to invite one of the Sims that she met to hang out. But look how pathetic her interactions are. The only one that she has a bit of romance with is a vampire, and she needs a mortal. She really did like Summer Holiday. She was kind of cute, so she's going to call her over because now it's morning and she can't go out. I don't know why she'd stay when she saw how she's living. And she's here already, and she's going to have a bit of a deep conversation. And I really do like her. She would be a great mortal to live here. Why does she keep having the option to ask if everyone's a mermaid? And so now Syrine is getting desperate and she's going to pull out her rose trick because, you know, that's worked so well in the past. Stop looking at your phone. Give her a rose. And she doesn't want to share her woohoo preferences. This relationship is dropping all the time. She's gonna try a smooth recovery and go back to discussing interest. Talk about shoes, that'll cover it up. Yeah. You know, for a seductive romance-based sim, you are just striking out all the time, aren't you? She's going to sadly take a cold shower now. Well, I am resorting to the oldest trick in the book, and she is now painting, and she has $4 to her name because she wasn't able to make any headway whatsoever with getting her own mortal. And now all she can do is stand alone in her house and paint. But the good news is it gets her fun up, and it will hopefully help her make a little bit of money. That is honestly the most impressive painting that I've ever seen. Oh, Caleb is calling. You know, I don't care. And she's starting to get very uncomfortable because she needs to feed. And let's see, it is night out now. And is there anyone lurking around the city? She can fly here as a bat. So now she is here and she wants to find someone to feed on. What is Nancy Landgrab even doing over here? And she is going to try to compel her for a deep drink. Yeah, just keep jogging past. There's nothing to see here. Oh, he's going the other way. Yeah, you better run. And she's passing out. That made Syrine very happy. And she's just passed out here, and that kid is just like, that is not my problem. I love how after feeding on her and leaving her over there, she's just playing chess. Like, Nancy Landgrab is literally passed out across the courtyard. And now Nancy Landgrab is just up, and so she just fed on her and is just happily playing chess. And she just learned she's materialistic. That's good to know. So is Syrine. And Summer is inviting her to hang out, but she's on the back burner for now. And you know, I think that she keeps going for romance too early, and so she's gonna really try and build up the friendship here with Nancy Landgrab. And Syrine is still pretending that she cares about this woman's life after feeding on her. And you can tell she is feeling really good about herself right now. It's like she's trying to put all of her past failures behind her and focus on the positives. And I'm not sure if there are any positives yet, but if she could bag Nancy Landgrab, that would be a huge step towards restoring her depressing mansion. I know, why is she leaving? Where are you going? In an act of desperation, Syrine is flying to her as a bat and offering her residence keys. I'm sure this will go well. Nancy's like, okay. Oh, she's gone crazy and she's playing in the leaves. That is not becoming of a vampire matriarch. Why don't you burn them? What could go wrong? It just be a little destructive. Oh, she's on fire. That's good. Yeah, that was smart. You know, I don't know. No, stop. Just stop burning. Just go home where you can't burn yourself to death. And she could use some vampire energy, so she's going to take a little hibernation nap. Look how peaceful she looks in her coffin. That is so sweet. She still only has $186 to her name, so she should really get up and like paint or something. She woke up flirty and instantly went outside. That is not smart. Let's go back inside. and resume your painting. Because, you know, if you're going to be really terrible at finding mortal servants, then you need to at least paint and make some money. We are just going to work on a little bit of a flirty painting, which in her mind is a strange mask and a champagne glass on a beach. That makes sense. Apparently she's being offered money from her great second once removed cousin's friend's grandpa. He has left her a vast fortune specifically to her. She really wants the money, but she's also thinking, is this a scam? Under what conditions? Oh, very clever. You know, don't ask questions when strange phone scammers call you. Actually, you should. Don't take that advice. This is my all-time favorite Sims painting. That is just glorious. Oh, wait, I'm up to $2,815. Did I actually get money from the phone scam? That's wild. I like that painting so much that I have to keep it, even though we need money desperately. And you know, something that she really should invest in is a bed, especially if she's going to be seducing mortals and winning them over to her side. And so I guess I will put a bed in this empty room, and she needs a bed for 2 people, but I don't want an expensive one yet. So it looks like this one, this reclaimed wood one, isn't bad. We'll get a nice black themed one. And so now she has a bed to romance people on in the darkness. That's nice. And she is almost done with this painting. Alright, it is nighttime, and you know what that means. Oh, you're gonna start another painting. I like your ambition, but you need to get back on the hunt, okay? Oh, Nancy Landgrab is inviting her to the opera. Yeah, I am in. Definitely in. Okay. The opera was such a beautiful experience. Joey Botticelli has one of the most amazing voices I have ever heard in my life. And she came home without Nancy Landgrab. She's just teleporting around in her fancy dress. And where is Summer? She said she'd be right over. Unless she went up to the house. Oh my god, what is going on here? Nancy Landgrab and Summer are sitting on her bed. You need to get over here. I don't know what's happening, but you need to just get over there right away. Oh, she's just hanging out with the girls. Okay. This is promising. Totally and completely sane right now. Okay, Syrine, you have 2 women on your bed. You cannot mess this up. Come on. Oh my god, she wants to flirt, but it's not gonna work. I just know it's not gonna work. And why is she sad? You just have to keep being friendly and engaging. You can't jump the gun. It's not gonna work with either of them. And Nancy Landgrab is leaving. So it is only Syrine and Summer now. Oh no, she's feeling 30 again. This is not going to end well, I swear. Why don't you compliment her outfit? Give relationship advice. In what world are you qualified to give anyone else relationship advice? But she seems pretty receptive. And now she's leaving. Yeah, she's making a run for it after that. She knows what's coming. She knows what's up. And after striking out yet again, she came in here to stare at a ripped up painting. Yeah, she's just standing outside browsing the internet. That does not help our cause. Look at the state of your house. Why are you turned into a bat? She wanted to go wash her hands after I shamed her about her dirty house. That's nice, but why don't you go take a nice little vampire nap in your nice little coffin? Because it is about to be day in a few hours, and there really wasn't enough time to go out and go on the hunt again. It looks like Thrifty is having an event, so I think we're gonna go slink over there and spend the morning looking for a mortal. Rise and shine, let's go. Why are you cackling? Her house is getting dusty. That's not good. Oh, there's dust bunnies. She has no servants or coven members or anything, so why wouldn't she talk to dust on the floor? And this is the first creature that has been nice to her, except for Caleb, which doesn't really count. And she's going to name it Count Dusty. And who is this wretchedly dressed person? She's a fashion browser. Well, she needs to browse. Oh, she's dancing. That is unfortunate. All right, we're seeing some vampire dance moves now. This is not not good. Okay, those faces aren't helping your cause, so just... Okay, stop dancing. It didn't work, so just move on to something else. Let's go. See, any one of these mortals would be a nice addition to your evil plans, but you don't have the capability to actually make meaningful friendships or even seduce anyone, so you need to up your game. Come on, let's go. What are you doing? She's just browsing for clothes. You don't need to buy clothes because you have no money. Talk to this guy. He seems receptive. It's an amorous exchange. That was easy. This is going good. Don't mess it up. He's trying to make a run for it now, which is pretty standard. Come back and ask him if he's single. Oh, he's married, but will that stop us? I don't think so. I don't see his wife anywhere, so I think that makes him fair game in Syrine Land. Oh, now he's pretending to not be interested after the flirty conversation. I'm on to you. She just can't catch a break. Yeah, her mood is getting very tense now since she's very hungry and she's surrounded by a bunch of hamburgers. Oh, he's very angry. He is very dapper. Support his facial hair, Syrine. Men love that. Like, look how into it he is. You can just tell. He wasn't sure until she complimented his facial hair. Tell him an engaging story about how you were a vampire and your maker was killed and you had to travel across the entire world. And now you're fleeing from the police, apparently, and there was a basketball involved. Oh, now he's talking about bats and making weird motions. And apparently it's related to frogs and dinosaurs. And she's just nodding like, oh my God, you're hot, not smart. She does not like comedy, and there's a comedy night while she's just trying to make friends with the mortals. Discuss expanding the family, and he thinks that means kids, but she means mortal servants and a coven of vampires. Why do you want my opinion, Nancy? So she's going to lurk around outside until she finds a mortal to feed on, because that's reasonable. She has no idea she's about to be accosted by a hungry vampire. And, you know, that's just how life goes sometimes. Go away, Nancy, I'm hungry. And this spectator is totally fine with everything. You know, there's lots of spectators and no one is concerned. Okay. Now she's going to peacefully sit at the table while people browse clothing next to the person she fed on. Oh, now she's getting up. That's good. Go home. This is a mess. And now, in an act of total desperation, she is going to text Marcel. So somehow she managed to convince this married man that rejected her to go out on a date. The encounter was going really well. He was receptive to the flirtation, but then she got stinky mid-date and he rejected her and they both got very awkward, and then she got really mad and she wants to now throw a drink at him. We're gonna end the date early because she needs to go throw something at someone. Here's a random person. Just go start a fight. Now she's gonna insult her face and she's gonna shove her. And she's really not very happy with herself right now. You know, the sun's up and you need to shower. Just take the loss and go home. And I think this is a good place to end our first playthrough. And we'll see if she can do better next time. Thank you for watching.